Hi guys. Hi Ron. Hi Bean. How are you guys? This is the base so far. I still have to apply some of the matte varnish over here. Hi Bean. I was starting to missing you. I was hoping it's all good with you. I didn't see you for a couple of days, so I'm gonna put the rest of the base really quick together. So just to show it off a little bit. That's always good to relax when you're on holiday a little bit. So here we go. And all of this is done. I just have to do the matte varnish over here on the edge. And otherwise, this is done. I have all the small pieces. I'm trying to show off as much as possible. And now I'm going to do the translucent resin. So this is going to be the coming on the top, and then jean gray is going to stay on the top of it. So I'm just going to leave this here aside, and I'm going to complete cleaning up my airbrush. I was using it a little bit before the stream started. Just want to make sure that it's nice and clean. Thank you very much. Hi everyone, if you just joined in, thank you very much for joining in. Now today I'm going to continue on Jean Grey, and this is from Polymine Studio, and it's a really cool statue. I done a couple of small changes on it. I'm going to eventually point it out to you guys as I go on. It's no point me telling you now if I don't show it off. So today I'm going to finish up painting the base and all of the translucent resin. So she has a little bit of a power effect on her arm. So I'm going to finish painting that one up as well. And before I start all of that, I just want to make sure that my airbrush is clean. I did use it a little bit to apply some primer before the live stream. So probably I have a little bit of a start of a clog in it. So I just want to remove all of that and just make sure that I have a new clean airbrush kind of in a way, if that makes sense. How was your weekend, guys? Did you have a nice weekend? Today we are back Monday. I had a pretty cool weekend. Here was the Dublin City Comic Con this weekend, and it was pretty cool. Hi, Crazy Vegas. How are you? Thank you for joining in. If you're new here, thank you very much for choosing the live stream. If you haven't been here before, welcome back. Nice. That sounds really good. I will have to check out your store. Okay, now usually what I do, I just dip the airbrush in some alcohol, and then I take an alcohol wipe and just. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that he helped you out. When somebody comes to my channel and says that my content actually helped them improve or just get them a little bit more in depth on the hobby, that makes me really happy, because that's the reason I'm doing all of this. uh, I really like what I'm doing, and I really like to share it. Thanks, Ron. Thank you very much. Now I'm just gonna reassemble the airbrush really quick, and then I'm gonna start applying some base color so that can dry. Meantime, I'm going to start doing then the base to finish it up. Yes, I do sell my art. I have an Etsy shop as well. They're not too much on the Etsy shop actually up, but I do. Yes, I do sell my art. That sounds really good. I had this camera lying around for a really long time, and I said to myself, "Let's put it to good use." And this is a really old camera, so if you guys like it, maybe in time I'm gonna pick up a newer model or something like that. But at the moment, it does the job, and if it's going to work on the long term, we will see. We gonna do some improvements over time. What's your name on your Etsy shop, Crazy Vega? Let me know. Can I go and check it out? I will be happy to see your work. I always say to people to let me know. Thank you very much. Now, Let me get my favorite X-Men yellow. Really, really happy to hear that you actually works out for you and then you can make a living out of it. That's always good to hear. Now I'm gonna grab a glove as well. So I always add a little bit of a flow improver and then put in the yellow around the airbrush a little bit. And that's it. And I'll start applying some yellow. How is Bumblebee going, Bean? Did you finish reprinting the parts that you needed to reprint? Oh, as far as I know, that's a huge base. So you really have to some feeling to do on that one. I don't envy you on that one, have to be honest. Yeah, when you have to repair uh, parts of the print, um, it does take a little bit longer. Nice. Yes, I do my bases from FDM printer as well. Crazy. So for example, this one here as well, I'm gonna regret this. So what I do with my bases, so this bottom base over here, this one, it's FDM print and this is resin, but you don't even see the difference between them. So yeah, I always print my bottom base out of FDM prints as well. I've been doing that for some time now, and I'm really happy with it. I hope you're on. You're getting better with the COVID. I only had it once, but it was really bad. Okay, and that's all the yellow that I will do today because both of the legs I had to scrape off the primer, as you can see. I done a little bit mistake. I tried to fix it, and all the primer peeled away. As usually this primer does, and that's why I hate this primer. And I start using the Chaos Black from Citadel. And I said it. I had some of the primer at home, and I said like, okay, let's give it a try. And then again, the same thing happened. You see with COVID now, like sometimes because the symptoms they are so random. Sometimes they are not the same all the time. Sometimes you don't even know if you have COVID or if it's just a simple flu. So something pale to paint the X-Men Archangel with. Hmm. Which part do you want to? The wings, the blue, the purple. Actually, Archangel is more like magenta. The magenta. I have a couple of magentas, but I had one lately that I really, really liked. Let me find it so I can show it to you. So usually what I do, I go with a lighter purple, pink, not purple, sorry. I go with a lighter pink, and then I go over it with this ink magenta. This is an acrylic ink, and it comes from Liquitex. Createx Candy too. Oh, I don't actually know that one. But this is the magenta that I use. So I apply this on a really bright pink. And this gives that really nice color to it. I have a couple of more. So this is the pink that I used. So I use this pink, and then I just sprayed over the magenta on the top of it. Or you can apply it with the brush as well if you want, because Archangel has those really fine lines. So with the magenta, with the airbrush, you can do a mess, but because it's not as much, you can do it with the brush as well. Apply it with the brush, the ink, and then that still works really good. So this is how I'm doing my magenta, but again, depends on you. It doesn't have to be this exactly pink. Just make sure it's a brighter pink, and then I'm applying this magenta, and this works for me really good. And you can play around a little bit with it to apply it more in the shadows as well. So on this one I still have to apply a little bit of clear varnish. Let me do that really quick. Yes, I'm slowly moving over to acrylic, pro acrylic. Keep getting more and more. For some time I couldn't come to get some, but now the shop that I'm buying, it's having a little bit problems with the deliveries to deliver it to my house. Before I was buying from them for the last I would say 4 years, and I never had the problem. And now the last order that I got, it got sent back to uh, it sent it back to the UK. Okay, it looks like the airbrush nozzle, it's a little bit clogged. Not supposed to be clogged, but it looks like it is. So yeah, here we go. We got a piece out. Let's see if it's something else in there. And it still has some small parts inside, so I'm gonna flash it out with some water. And hopefully everything came out. Yeah, looks okay now. Oh, I'm so happy that I can help. You're welcome anytime. And look, if you ever need help and I'm not online, just hit me up on my Instagram, GambitNeo1, and I can help you more there as well, more in private as well. If you need to have any questions, I'm more than happy to help out. If I can, that's why I made this channel. Back when I started, not too many people, not too many YouTube videos they were out there, so it's a little bit hard to do. Yeah, I didn't buy it straight from Monumental Hobbies. I did buy it from Elemental Games from the UK. And again, I've been buying from them for years now and never had a problem. But the last time I got some Orcish Dermot, of course, and I finally got some, and then it got returned. So they shipped it out again today. Yes, I do have a Patreon as well. The Patreon, it's mainly set up for support if anyone wants to support my work, but it's don't feel any need to do. But yes, I do have a Patreon. It's the same name, Gambit Nail. I was a little bit less active on the Patreon lately, but I'm gonna have to go back to that and be more active over there as well. I have some plans for it. Now, by the way, guys, this is just a test piece. So now I'm just testing out the colors that I want to do. This was a misprint, as you can see. I didn't even clean it out. I like to do that to when I print an effect, for example, to put it in to print two of them, and I put them in different positions. And if one of them fails, I still have the other one to fix it up, kind of in a way. And I'm going to use the failed one as a test paint for what I'm trying to do. And again, the airbrush looks clogged, but now it starts to piss me off because I just deep cleaned it and it's not supposed to do these problems. Yeah, don't worry. Come back when you can. Much appreciated. Yeah, I never print pre-supported files. I always support my files myself. Uh, I had a couple of fails back in the day, and since then, I'm not doing pre-supported files anymore. So now I'm going to use this alcohol, and I'm going to use a little bit of a extender. It's from the same brand as the alcohol, and maybe you guys catched it before. I always use alcohol ink on my translucent parts. Now, this extender has a couple of benefits to it. So, one, it thins down your paint, and the second one is, hi, Payne, how are you? Ron, you never used pre-supported files. What happened? because you didn't feel too good, so you decided to use that one. No respect, no anything disrespect or anything to the guys that support the files, but I find it most of the times I have problems with pre-supported files, so I kind of stop using those. So tell me, Payne, what's the pull? What you want to do? What you have to what do you want to choose from? Do you have already something on your mind that you want to do, or now this is supposed to be a transparent rand from Pro Acryl. I don't know how much transparent is, so I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna add a little bit of a flow improver. And I have a failed piece over here, so I'm gonna use this as a test. I think that will do. I think that will do. And again, guys, this is just a test part. So this is not the real piece that's going to go on Jean Grey. Okay. I think this will do. What do you guys think? Spain, let me know what you have in mind. Like, what will be, let's say, the top 3 characters that you would like to make? And then we're going to try help you out. I'm going to give you some pros and cons. Tell me, which models do you have? For example, I'm going to try to help you here, Payne, if I can, to make the decision. You know, when a new patron comes out, like for example, it's Venom now from Polymine Studio, and I know everybody's going to do Venom now. So at the moment, I'm not going to do Venom. I'm going to wait a little bit with him. I'm going to do it eventually because I really, really like that Venom. But I'm going to do something else. And then after everybody's done with the Venom, I'm going to make my own. I don't like to be like doing the same characters as everybody else does. Even with Jean Grey now, a couple of people made Jean Grey, but it was a coincidence. I didn't know that so many people will make her. So Yeah, that would be perfect. I want to do so many that I will not have time to do them. To be honest with you. So, guys, what do you think for the powers? Do you like it? Okay, I'm gonna start doing the base. So I'm gonna start with the base. Uh, Apply some white, and then just build it up as I did with the purple. Yeah, Assassin's Creed now as well. They have it from Wicked, the original one, and then Z Studios coming out with the new one now. So here at the moment, I'm applying a white ink. So this is not as translucent as the alcohol ink. So that's the reason I'm applying this one. I just want to cloudy up a little bit the bottom. Feels too white in the middle of the camera. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think it's time for me to pick up a new airbrush as well at this point. I have to I have to look that one up. Actually, I don't you see Hell 3 H3LL creator, so I think it's Hell, what he wants to spell out in a different way. I didn't do one of his models either, and they were really cool models. But again, because there's so many patrons out there, it's really hard to pick one out. I don't actually know that model, but I'm going to look it up after the stream. Actually, give me a second, and I'm going to look it up really quick on my phone. So this one, it's pretty cool. He has some really, really cool models. Oh, he has an Assassin's Creed as well. And he has this Logan as well. This is a little bit more stylish, more cartoonish, but it's really cool. I like a little bit the Cat 3D, CA 3D slogan. And I saw CA 3D, it's getting a Psylocke from next month. And it's a Psylocke that I really like. I was eyeballing that Psylocke for some time now. So I actually want to do the Doomslayer back in the day as well from him. Then something else came up, and I never done it. And I always wanted to go back and do the Doomslayer from him. That is a really cool one. Yes, guys, if you want, I can show you my next project. And it's the same. It has a really simple base because I want something more simple because lately I'm just doing big bases. And it's invincible. And it's from this really, really cool creator. He's really like, I think it's quite new, but he's doing some awesome model. And if you guys stay tuned and you want to see the model, I can show it off because I finished printing it. I just have to print the cape. Oh yes, uh, that you have to do that by hand. That's not an easy one. I think I saw the Invisible Woman. I think that is pretty cool as well. Yes, that's more stylish, and I really like that style. I would like if I will ever do like Invisible Woman or anything like that. I would like to have all of them from the Fantastic Four done in the same style. Okay, I run out of the cleaning solution, so I have to fill up the small bottle. So stay with me, guys, for just a second. So when I bought the last time, I bought it in the big bottle, and this is really not that easy to pour. So it's the same product, It's just I'm putting it in a smaller bottle so it's handier to use it when I need it, so I don't spill out, because this stuff is really expensive. So yeah, here we go. Clean out really quick this one. Uh, I want to see how it looks. I love solo leveling, and I want to do her for some time, but all of them, they were a little bit too cartoonish for me, and I like cartoonish style. Don't get me wrong, but I just didn't like how they done how they done her. I have one printed out for some time now, but let me show you the one that I have printed out and I didn't paint her up yet. Give me a second, and I show you really quick. So these was from I think it was from Top Tier Studios, if I'm not wrong. Yes. So I have this one, this character. It's already. Uh, Let me move the light. I hope you guys see it correctly. And so that's the art style, and this is the sculpt itself. It's just a render, and I want to do her. I didn't yet, but I think she will be the next when I'm gonna do some anime characters. I think she will be the next to make. So she looks pretty cool. No, there are not too many, and I already done one. I have it's one of my favorite characters that I have from solo leveling. And I have King Biru, which is from a really good friend of mine. And she made that sculpt, and she's an amazing artist. Oh, wrong product. I don't know what, but something funny is happening today with my airbrush. Something is really off, and I really, really don't like it. Okay, let's get back to this. So, how about Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen? Did you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, Pain? Now with this red, translucent red, I'm trying to do just the top of the tips of the flame. So even when I'm holding the brush, I'm just trying to do it sideways. And now I know what you mean. On the camera it looks really wide, but actually in real life it's not that wide. It's just how the camera picks it up. uh did you see my Denji thing? I think I have a really cool Denji. And I wanted to do power as well from Chainsaw Man. I never got around to do it, unfortunately. So you see, I always do big Patreons, but I always try to do small Patreons as well. And I'm in a couple of Discord groups where they have different models, and it works a little bit different than Patreon, but technically it's the same. So this is going to be the flame. So I'm going to rest it down here to dry up a little bit. Wait a second. I'm going to bring here the Denji. I'm going to show it on camera so everybody can see it in a way. Now, guys, again, don't judge. This is full of dust, so sorry for that. But here you go. This is my Denji that I made from Chainsaw Man. I'm going to try to fit his head in the other camera, but I can't. And I don't want to break him. If you want to see more pictures of him, you can look him up on my Instagram. And he has another blood spatter that goes from this chainsaw around, so it's a really big one. It's really cool. And it's the same power one in this style as well. So they are companion, they're going together. Okay, and now let's do... Because I forgot to do the power effect when I was doing the base, because I was talking too much. Now I have to go back and do it. It's gonna be there. I posted a lot. So you know what, guys? I'm actually going to seal this one in with glossy varnish before I do anything else. I don't want to mess it up. Hey Jerry, how are you? Thanks for coming in, Jerry. By the way, Payne, you know what I decided to do with my models? So I'm gonna go always two superheroes, two anime characters, two video games, and then just rinse and repeat. And they don't have to be in a specific order, but just try to make a little bit of everything. At one point, I was just doing superheroes, and I kind of felt like I'm doing the same thing. So now I'm what I'm trying to do always trying to do different type of models as well. I have plans to do a more like super realistic one soon. Okay, now I'm gonna dry this really quick a little bit with the hair dryer. So yeah, just something here that I want to remove before. Now, guys, you can see this on here. I don't know how much the camera picks it up. This is really kind of translucent still. I didn't add the kind of the glossiness to it, but I have a different glossy varnish that I apply on top of this. But first, I give some normal glossy varnish protection because I noticed in specifically this glossy varnish, this one I'm using, and it's really gives a really good protection for scratches for the paint. So I applied this one first, and then I apply another one on top of it. Unfortunately, this is glossy, so you cannot apply it on everything, but I still use this, and then I apply the final varnish, the satin, the matte, or whatever, even high gloss on top of it. So the paint doesn't scratch as easily, so it gives it a little bit more protection. Yeah, Prey Studios, Collectible Studios, he does some really cool shit. I have a couple of his stuff that I done ages ago. I didn't go back to him for some while, but he does some different models. I really like his style as well. No, no, you heard of them before. Remember when I was telling you about the Patreons? I mentioned him as well. He's a really cool dude. I have the horror series from him, so I have all the horror girls. Yeah. Okay, this is pretty dry. Sorry, Ron. I'm going to try to remember you more often of things. Don't worry. So this is not done yet. Again, a more higher glossy is gonna come on it, but at the moment, this is how it looks. And so, from weird reason, on the small camera, on this one, on the webcam, it looks really reddish for me. But on the main one, it looks like the original color. But the white, it's too bright, so in reality, you don't see as much the white. So this is the base so far, and this is gonna get a high glossy varnish, so it's gonna make it more glassy look. And Jerry, have a look. So this will be my next project. And you guys, if you're interested of making these models, let me know, and I tell you how you can pick it up. Now I don't have the cape printed out yet, so this is his base. But it's a really cool model. I really like it. I had to do some different cuts. Over here on the torso, he had a straight cut under this one that I did. And if you look really close, you can still see that I had to re-glue digitally the pieces together. And this feet is from him, and this is my cut, and you can see all my cuts fitting perfectly. So this will be my next project. So this is Omni-Man, and I still have to print the cape. I really like the print. It's really cool. It's something different. I like the muscles, how they are sculpted and everything. And the guy does really cool stuff. He has a My Mini Factory shop, so you can pick up his models over there. You know what, guys? I'm actually, after the live stream, I'm gonna put a link to his mini shop, and then you can check it out over there. You can come back to the video and go to the link. And if you like the files that he says, because he does miniatures as well, you can pick it up from there. So he's on my Mini Factory. Yeah, I even told him that I'm going to give him some feedback. So definitely, I have to give him some feedback on the keys as well. The key that he makes the key like a perfect square, or and then so there are like straight ones, and when you put it in, they don't go in really good. Mine, they have like an angle to it, so when you put in the key, it fits in perfectly. So yeah. Okay, yeah, let me do the power effect, the proper one. The other one that I painted up, that was just a test. So I was just testing out the colors, and I'm supposed to do this at the same time as I'm doing the base, but too much talking, I forgot about it. Guys, if you have any problem with the with cuts or you need extra cuts, I do extra cuts myself. I learn how to do them, and I do proper cuts in ZBrush. So if you need anything, reach out to me and see what we can work out. I had to do it because I was always unhappy how some of the Patreons they do the cuts. So I went and teach myself how to do proper cuts for the same reason. So if you're ever in a pickle and you cannot make a model because of a cut, let me know. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you just join in, thank you very much for choosing me. Much, much appreciated. And please don't forget to hit that like button. And I done a cut on the torso as well on the cape. So this is I didn't even clean it out because this is just fresh off the literally out from the print. So I still have to remove the supports over here. But this is where the cape goes in. He had the cape just cut straight here. So it was a part of the cape was in here, and then you had the cape. So I made it for the cape to go into his back. I think it's just a better option. Maybe at this point I just should get like a job with the guys who don't have time to do the cuts, just to do the cuts from them. Maybe that would be my new job. No, I still love doing painting, so I'm still going to do painting. This is my favorite part of this hobby, and I'm really happy to do it. Okay, that's a little bit weird. Probably that as well. Probably Pain has is right. Maybe they were a little bit busy. Who knows? This happened to me as well. That back in the day, I reached out. I think it was that Studios back then, and it took a couple of days for them to get back to me. But Jerry, you said you have Alan. You didn't get it? Yeah, they have time to answer in the end, not you. Yeah, that's strange. It depends. Like, I think I'm not trying to protect them or anything like Jerry. I 100% with you. You bought something, you should get the service correctly. It doesn't matter. Uh, Maybe they are in a different time zone. I don't know what to say. It's a little bit weird. I noticed that they're more proactive, and that's why I like Zeds. But I think Tanuki is really good as well. So I'm not bashing one or the other. I think both of them, but I think when I looked for somebody, I think it was Zez, back in the days when I done the cell, and one of the small guys, the mini cells, they didn't have done the sculpture on the torso. I even actually have a video of it, and I had to resculpt everything by hand. And then Zez, they even checked out the video, came back to me. I was like, "Sorry, we missed your chat," and they fixed the file, but I had to do hand sculpt it because I didn't want to reprint it. Okay, now you see, guys, this one comes a little bit white on the camera, but actually in real life you cannot see any white on it. Here we go. This is done as well. Now let me clear out the airbrush again. And I'm gonna take the hair dryer and just dry up a little bit the effect. So I hate those models that. Let me show you something. So I have a problem with Jane's hair over here, Jane Grains. So I orientated this upside down like this, and then this one uh, up, right? So on this one here, I lost a lot of details on the hair on the top, which I remade, but I'm not happy about it. So I reprinted this one, but now I have a lots of cleaning to do on the bottom of the print marks. So yeah, I worked on this over the weekend. I think maybe 20 hours in total, I will say, more or less, to clean everything up. And now I have to do the same thing on the hair on this one. So yeah, Pain, I know what you mean. And no matter how you orientate the model, it's still gonna leave some marks. Yeah, that's a kind of pain in the ass when that happens. It doesn't matter how which part you try to orientate it, it's still gonna. So now I'm going to do some gloss varnish on the power effect from her hand. Now because I don't have where how to hold it, so okay, I'm gonna dry this one up a little bit so I can do the part where I was holding it with my hand. Really? That's how bad he is? I was subscribed to him for a month. I got some models and I didn't like the cut, so I never subscribed ever again to him. I got the what do you call it? I got Major from him from what do you call it? Scarlett Johansson played in the movie her role. Ghost in a Shell. I got Major from him from Ghost in a Shell, and yeah, the cuts were really bad. Hey, now this gonna get the same thing. I just give a glossy varnish this for like scratch protecting, but I'm gonna give it a high gloss varnish that's gonna make this looks more glass like, more translucent. I noticed this as well with Ghost in the Shell. The models do look good, but then the cuts and everything else is just falling off. Even the keys and everything, I didn't like it either. Okay, so now I'm going to clean out my other airbrush really quick, and then we're gonna start doing the orange on the arms. I always like to go in with a clean brush when I'm doing something new. You see, I found this with a lots of artists. They rushing because they may be understaffed or they are by themselves, and they trying to do more models as time they have, and then unfortunately they losing out on the quality of the model. And this is what I'm trying to say to everybody as well. Like, guys, take your time, make sure the cuts are correct, because otherwise you're going to lose customers and they're not going to come back in the future. If you ask me, it's better to have one less model but one happier customer. So, Payne, did I help you go closer to something, or you're still not sure? What will be your next model? By the way, Jerry, after you finish Batman, you're doing Conquest, right? You're not gonna work from for on what's the chick name? Anastasia. I'm pretty sure her name is someone else. What's the chick name? The one I'm cutting for you? I keep forgetting what's her name. I'm gonna put this one back on the wash because something was off with it. The paint was not coming correctly, so I'm gonna do the details with this one. I'm trying not to put more pressure on Jerry. Before I was asking him every time on the stream, so I'm trying to lay down a little bit. But I can't wait to see that Batman Jerry. So hopefully it's sooner than later. Guys, back in a second. Okay, back. Sorry for that. Anicia. Okay, perfect. Then it's no rush. I just wanted to see how I am with timeline. Uh, I did work a lot of the Jean Grey. I had to do some recuts. I'm going to show you guys later on, probably on the next stream when I'm going to start painting her up, her face. I did do some small changes that for me works a little bit better. So I did work on that one, and yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish up Anicia. Okay. Let's reduce the pressure. That should be fine. And let's do some work on actual Jean Grey. And now here I'm just gonna do some really nice shadows with this orange wash. I'm just gonna go really light on it, nothing too crazy. I like to use the same colors, the scheme color on my X-Men uniforms to kind of make them go nicely together. So this is the yellow that I'm using on all of my X-Men that I did paint up. Oopsie. I pushed the trigger a little bit too much. No, like I told you, Jay, I just want to keep doing cuts. So it's one of those things. More you do it, more better you get at it. So that's why I told you as well to just send it to me so I can make it, and then now her uniform will be blue, and then the belt will be metallic blue as well. So I already have out how I'm going to do the color scheme. Hey, Stream, did you paint? Did you see my Song Jing-woo? Is this one the one I made? This one is really cool. Now, if I make it now, I will make the flames on the base, the energy flames, way different. They're really good. I'm really happy with it, but the whole thing will be a little bit different at this point now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some yellow inside the airbrush, and I'm just gonna correct the orange lines just a bit on some of the parts. Now I want this paint to be really, really thin. And now I'm just gonna go back and make sure those lines are not too thick. So what I'm doing now, it's literally just making sure that the orange doesn't overtake the yellow. Okay, that will do. And I'm going to do all on all of the parts. I call this process kind of the cleanup process because I want these orange lines to be really nice and subtle. I don't want to overtake the model. Here we go. And now I'm going to do the chest piece. That was a bad idea. Oh yeah. You see, I keep saying it as well. If I redo any of my old models, it will be a whole different paint and even the model how it's going to look almost. Okay, and this will do with the yellow. And guys, if you just join in, thank you very much for joining. Much appreciated. Make sure that you hit that like button. Helps out a lot. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask it. Put it down in the chat. We'll be more than happy to answer. Now, I don't know the lottery numbers, so make sure it's a 3 print or paint question, and I will try to help you out with any of your 3D printing needs questions. Now I'm going to use the same wash shader from Citadel, and this time I'm going to use a paintbrush to give a couple more details on the yellow that I already shaded. But for example, on the gloves, I didn't get to do it with the airbrush. So I'm going to do it with a brush. It's a little bit more handier. Now, Polymind didn't give her gloves. So technically, this is supposed to be skin. Um, I like it more with gloves, so that's why I decided to. I'm gonna paint up her hand as she's wearing gloves. I did see a model out there which was wearing gloves, yellow gloves, and kind of makes more sense in a way for me. So that's why I made the change. I didn't do anything, just literally painted it up and pretending that she has some gloves. So I'm gonna give a little bit of details on her hand. By the way, guys, I can't wait to go and check out the Venom files. I hope he has really good cuts. Cardozo usually has good cuts, so this was a Venom that he sculpted, but I'm not sure who done the cuts. So I'm curious of how good they are. Great question, guys. Do you prefer your models to have multiple cuts or fewer cuts? What would be your preference as when you see a model and you want to print it out? To have multiple cuts, multiple options as well, maybe on the cuts. I definitely prefer to have multiple cuts or multiple options. For example, trousers or hair to have, if it's a long, big hair, to have multiple cuts so it's easier to print. And sometimes hair doesn't really work out if it cuts. So that's what I'm saying. If you have multiple options for the hair to be like one piece or multiple pieces, I really do prefer that way, to be honest. I think more options always good. But you guys let me know, what do you think? How you like it? More cuts or less cuts as possible? I prefer, to be honest with you, as many cuts as possible, because then again, you have the option. But for example, I checked out the Spider-Man, the wall Spider-Man that Swedish Forge done. And that one, for example, has way too many cuts because it was made for a FDM printer, right? So if I wanted to print it out on a printer resin, I have to put a couple of the parts together, because otherwise it makes no sense to have those cuts on those parts in a way. I don't know if it makes sense. But yeah, I kind of agree with Jerry as well, but I prefer as many cuts as possible and sometimes even some options on the cuts. Especially if the hair girls usually have more complicated hair sculpts. So now here I'm just repassing the deepest parts of the sculpts, a little bit the shadows, just give it a little bit more depth to those beautiful details that the guys at the Polymine Studio did. I have to say, this is one of my favorites gene grades out there. It's not because it's from Polymine. I really think they done a really good work on the sculpt. And I did make a couple of more changes, as I mentioned it before. But otherwise, it's a really, really good sculpt. I really, really like it. If you want a Jean Grey, I highly recommend it. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by them in any shape or form. I did pick up my model myself. I think they done a really good job on the fabric as well. The folds on it, they're really, really nice. Yeah, the concepts are really, really, really cool. But the thing is, you see, because sometimes the renders are made with AI as well, and they look way better than the actual STL file when you get it. I did see like sometimes people are really good with Photoshop, so they really gonna make some really cool renders with, especially now these days with AI. But then when you see the actual files, they're really bad. Like I mean, unprintable bad. And I think that will be the case with him as well. I even said to Jerry, I almost, if I had the money, I almost risk it to get the files just to check them out. I'm not that rich to waste money on fake STL files. I'm not getting paid by YouTube or anything like that yet. So, but I would really like to see those files definitely. If anybody picks those ones up, please let me know. I would like to have a look of those files. The concept are really really good. I have to say that. Ooh, the model just moved when I was. That was a close one. Oh yeah, Rhapsody with Juggernaut. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, I need this one back. And now on the gloves, I'm gonna use this metallic blue. Like you see, he has lots of posts with the. I think most of them are created with AI, and some of them, like even X Men or Captain America, like Spider Man, they has like really really cool ones. I really really dig them, and even the Robins. I think he has the best Robins out there. The other day, I was trying to find a Robin for Jerry, and I couldn't come across anything decent. So now I'm going to paint this metallic over the glove. It's a metallic blue. Usually I do this with the airbrush, but would be too much of a pain to tape up this or mask it up. So I'm just gonna do it with free-handed with the brush. But unfortunately, this will take a couple of coats to cover properly. But I'm gonna mask up the rest of the hand and do this part will be metallic as well. Wait a second, did my camera move? Okay, how did the camera move so much? Sorry guys if you missed out. Okay, good to know. Maybe I should leave this dry a little bit. Just dry them really quick, a little bit with the hair dryer. So I'm gonna do that. And before I forget, she has these patches on her arm. And I don't remember what color they were. So give me just a second to check it out really quick. I think it's supposed to be blue. Come on, internet. Please work. I swear to you, the Patreon, it's when you need it the most is the slowest. And actually, none of the pictures you can see. Ah, it's blue. Yeah. So I have these ones here on the arm, and these are blue as well. So I'm gonna paint up these by hand as well. one paint down. And now we do the other arm as well. Now I think maybe 2 coats of this with the brush, unfortunately. Will do, but we will see. Guys, if you just join in, thank you very much for joining. Much appreciated. Make sure you share it with your friends and family. It does help out the channel, and I'm trying to grow my channel a little bit, so thank you very much. And make sure that you hit that like button. It's a more small step for you, but it's a huge for us, so thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, we're getting there. At this point, I think it almost will be easier to just to tape the bloody thing up. And guys, don't forget, if you make small mistakes, you can always go back and correct them. So no panic over there. I just did a little small one. And let's give a coat to here as well, the final one, I hope. This is a really nice blue, and as I mentioned it earlier, I usually have specific color that I use for all of my X-Men. I'm a big X-Men fan. So their uniform kind of match up. Always like to do that as much as possible. It's a small thing, just something that I like to do. So for example, this metallic blue I used on Cyclops uniform as well from Z Studios when I done that character. So she's gonna go really nice with him when everything is said and done. I have a Phoenix Jean Grey, but I didn't have a Marvel Girl Jean Grey, so I'm not sure about the chest. She has the belt. Uh, Probably I'm gonna tape it up and then do it with the airbrush because it's a little bit more over here. So probably I'm gonna tape that one up. These metallics usually they don't go down really nice with the brush. They are specifically for airbrush, so it takes a couple of coats to cover properly. As I mentioned earlier, I done a little bit of a oopsie over here with the blue on the yellow. Almost you cannot even see it, but because I know it, I'm going to fix it. Ah, okay, Jerry, see you in a bit. Thank you very much. And guys, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate, put it in the chat down below. I will be more than happy to try to help you out. Just going back a little bit with the yellow, and I done a couple of small mistakes over here and there with the brush with the blue. So just make sure that I cover it up really nicely so somewhat it's almost not even visible for the bare eyes, but I know it's there. So once I know that something is wrong and is I done something wrong in a way, I have to fix it because otherwise it will be in my head every time I look at that model. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more blue over here on the top. You just have to be careful so I don't mess up the yellow again. Okay, let me check the other one. This one needs a little bit more blue. And I'm gonna repass that yellow as well. I'm gonna dry these ones up with the airbrush a bit the hair dryer. And I'm going to use a little bit of liquid skill, aka Tamiya panel liner. And this is really, really good to have handy. You literally have to just drop on the parts that you want to stand out a little bit. And this thing is going to do his magic. Here we go. Just a small detail, but it's going to stand out really, really nicely later on. Okay, so these ones now I have to let it dry. Then I'm going to do a little bit of a wash on it, a clear wash, and then it's ready to be taped up and do the rest of the glove. The rest of it, the forearm glove, this part over here will be the same blue. Okay, this arm it's done. And then we have to do the same thing on the next one. And now what I'm going to do the two shoulder pads. And those ones I'm going to do with the airbrush. Those are separate pieces, so it's a little bit easier that way. Don't have to do any taping or any masking, luckily. But I will have to use the other airbrush, so I have to put it together really quickly because this was a little bit to be washed out because it was a little bit clogged. So let me put it really quick together. Doesn't seem to be clogged, but it was making a funny sound. And if you've been using your airbrush for a long time, you know how your airbrush should sound. And I did like the sound on this one. Unfortunately, every time you use varnish through your airbrush, it kind of sticks to your brush, and after a long period of time using a varnish, the airbrush will start clogging up. That's the downside of using the airbrush for your varnish. I think it's something actually inside the nozzle, to be honest. Sometimes could be something just around the walls, and that will f up your work flow, and then it's really hard to get back sometimes. Hey, how are you, Swedish Forge? Don't worry, bro. I'm happy you made it. How are we going with that Spider-Man video, bro? Did you get a chance to do something with it? Actually, I remember that you told me that you still had to do some of the webbing. Okay, it looks like it's working now. And now I'm going to put some paint on the shoulder pads. Nice. Really, really nice. So you're close to be done now. Sorry. My allergies are kicking in. Nice. Okay. Now I'm going to finish up the shoulder pads. Okay, let me find my phone. It's over here. No, I didn't receive the picture yet. Depends where did you. Oh, wait. No, I didn't receive the picture yet. It's not in the spawn folder either. Oh, the old one. Give me a second for that. I got so many emails that I have to find yours now. I have it. I have it. Okay, got it. So I have this one over here, and I have another one. I just have to find it. I have the other one where you painted him already up. Yeah, I don't find the email now, so I'm going to look it up and then I'm going to send it to Paintstream later on. So yes, what I was doing the shoulder pads. So that's okay. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to apply the liquid scale on this one. So just making some nice details pop a little bit and give a little bit of depth to the print as well. We don't want it to be too simple. So when you think the video is gonna come out, Swedish Forge is going to be someone around this week. So when you put the liquid scale, make sure that you move your model around a little bit because otherwise the Tamiya penny liner panel liner will pull in one corner, and then you're gonna have too much in one corner. So till it dries, just make sure that you rotate your piece just a little bit. Again, it just helps out spreading out the wash. And today, guys, I'm going to try out something new that I never used before, but I did pick up some paints this weekend, and I picked up something different that I never used before. So I'm going to use it first over here now and let you know, guys, if it works as intended or not. Of course, it's about a paint. Actually, I wanted to pick up a couple of them, but then I said I just have to try one out and see. They're not cheap. Just see if it works. Because if it doesn't work, it's no point for me spending money on something that I'm not gonna use. But if they work, then probably I'm gonna pick up a couple of more of them. So if you're interested in what it is, stay tuned. I'm gonna use them on these shoulder pads really, really soon. So guys, make sure you check out Swedish Forge channel. This week he's gonna have a life-size Spider-Man painted up, 3D printed. So that's a really, really cool project. And meantime, make sure that you check out the paint stream as well. He has really cool models. He has a really cool Instagram as well. So make sure you follow him, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Check out the Bean 3D. He's been doing some amazing work and he's working on the Bumblebee at the moment. And then make sure that you check out the 3D painter. He's going to live stream, I was say, in about 20 minutes or maybe a little bit later today, he said. And then we have the Grumpy Vet, who is going to start posting really, really soon as well. Yeah, sometimes it's better to depends on the parts if you have to fill it in or not. But sometimes it's better to paint it up and then glue it together. But that depends on the parts, how good the parts go together as well. So I got these pen. So it's a speed paint pen. It's a marker actually with polished silver in it. So it has a really nice tip. And as far as I know, you have to push it in. I shake it up a little bit. Okay, guys, so he has a TikTok, he has Instagram, and he has Facebook. So, again, just make sure you give him some love. Deserve it. So, now I'm going to do some highlights, some battle damage with this marker and see how good it does work on the shoulder pads. I have to say it's pretty good so far. I like it. I have to be very careful with it, how much you press it, if you want a thin line or not. But yeah, it does work. Yeah. So far the silver it's good. So well, probably I'm gonna try out a couple more colors. I wonder how good this will be for eyes. Yeah, I have to say I like this marker. So this is a silver one, and it's from Army Painter. And so it's a speed paint marker, and it does the job pretty good. Now I don't know for how long this is going to last, so that will be another thing that I would like to see. But doing some battle damages, it's really easy with it. I like it. Now you have to watch out how much pressure you put on it, because if you press it too much, then the lines will be really thick. So it has a little bit of a learning curve, I will say, to use it. It's not difficult. Now these things are, I would say, a bit expensive. It cost me €5 for this one. I'm pretty sure it has less paint in it than. Actually, no. Hmm. So yeah, it does have way less paint. So will be a quarter of this as a normal paint. So yeah, for that money, it's, I would say it's a bit expensive. But if you do lots of battle damage, I can see worth it in a way, because you don't waste paint with the paintbrush, putting it on your palette. So in that case, you actually save some paint. But again, I have to see how long this is actually going to last. If it dries out or anything like that. I'm pretty sure if you keep it closed properly and take care of it, it will last for a long time. And they have all different sort of colors, so I can test out one for eyes as well. Thank you very much, Pain. So yeah, definitely I'm gonna pick up a brown one and see how it will be to do eyes with this one. Yeah, so far, thumbs up. Okay. Again, I think it's a little bit expensive, so I'm not gonna go out and buy lots of them, but it does work out pretty good for because again you don't waste any paint in a way. So I'm gonna do a little bit of the on the gloves as well. Yeah, pretty good. So far, I'm going to come back to this, but so far, I do like this. Oh, you see, I pressed this to the table, and you have to press it inside the cap. Good to know. So when you get it, you have to press this in. Don't do the same thing I did. Just press it inside the cap. It has a specific space to go. I press it on the table so that I can actually break it. Good to know. Bit expensive, but so far is good. So I have here this boot from Cable. This was a fail. Oh yes. Yeah, that's for stuff like this to paint it up. This is amazing. For pieces like small pieces on the armor. Yeah, it works really good actually. I just want to see how much of the silver you can see after it dries. But I like it. It's quite practical. Again, I will not say that go out and buy all of them, but some colors, for example, silver, even black, I think will work out really good with this one. I'm gonna take a light brown to see how it goes for the eyes. Uh, I think it will be easy to do dots on the eyes with this one. So now, guys, I'm gonna show off the base if you want to see it before I finish the stream. So this is how it looks now. So if you just come in, have a good look. And then on this one, I'm gonna do it high glossy varnish off camera. That will be probably tomorrow. So by Wednesday, when I'm gonna be back streaming, that will be done. I really like it how it looks so far. Unfortunately, I had a little bit problem with the legs, so I had to strip down all the primer, and I have to reapply it. So once that one is done, I can show you part of the model how it looks. Anyway, I'm gonna paint this one up with the yellow and everything off camera, probably, or maybe on camera. We will see. You can see it still has a little bit black here and there, so I'm gonna remove those, just cleaned up properly, and then paint it up again. And that's done. Guys, thank you very much for joining in. Make sure you check out my next live stream. Will be on the Wednesday. Usually do live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure you share it with your friends and family. It will help out a lot. Thank you very much for joining in. And Ron will start streaming really, really soon. So if you have some time, make sure to check him out. Usually he starts in about 10 minutes, but maybe today is going to be a little bit late. So make sure to come back and check it out. Thank you very much for everybody for joining in. Hope to see you on the next one, and enjoy.